Oh. There it is. There it is. What are you doing now? Tip my house setting up.
I know.
Hi Charlotte, good evening.
How's it going? Alright, how's it going?
Is that light in your eyes now?
It's a bit like that, isn't it?
Do you want to
Dim it?
like, well, don't dim it, no, because but you can kind of,
Which way? Left, right?
well, if it's in your eyes, kind of shimmy it around a bit maybe.
Did that work?
Yeah. Did it work for you?
Yeah. I'm sure it was a softer light rather than a bright light.
No, that's always been like a more yellowy light and the whiter light. There's some technical reason behind it, but we have always had it.
Okay.
A brighter one and
Maybe it's just because it's bright.
or a warmer one.
And it's light.
Yeah, but if you dim it down, then we're gonna look dim.
Oh, let's not do that. If we don't want to make things any worse.
I mean, you can try it if you want, but...
Hold on. What does that do then? If I press that?
Oh, no, that's changing. Oh, no.
No. Which one was it?
It's, no, go back to the white one.
Yeah.
And then I think it's that one that makes it go... nothing.
No, press the next one along.
No, that's on off. I'll just turn it off. Oh, no, it was down. That's the lowest it will go on that setting.
Just having some technical issues, people. Why's our...
No, what?
Is that in the middle or what?
No. I don't think...
Okay.
It's all discombobulated.
Let's just leave it and hope for the best.
Good evening, Maria and Lee and everyone. I hope everyone okay is okay.
Yeah.
Hi, baby. Good evening, Susan. Good evening, Christine.
Across the pond.
We are across the pond.
Colour therapy with lights.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It is.
A lot of thoughts has gone into this.
It has.
Yeah. So
By me.
It's not... I'm saying nothing. Anyway, is everyone having a good week? You know, we did reply to the very first person.
We did. I said hello, Charlotte. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's not bothered to respond. So.
Well, no, I think because then we got distracted by the bright light.
That's what generally happens.
Like
moths.
To be fair. Hello, Susan from Ireland.
You had an accent then.
Did I?
Yeah.
I have got a little bit of Irish roots, though, to be fair.
Yes, you have. Yeah.
I do, yeah.
I remember you saying.
Susan Mully absolutely loves the light.
No, that's nice, isn't it? Mm-hmm. You got there in the end, Charlotte. Doing all right, thanks.
Sorry, I have something in my eye.
Your eyeball. So far, so good. Soggy day today. However, not going outside and doing gardening. Yeah, it's not good when it's wet, is it?
No,
like that?
it's not being very.
No cake for me. Oh, things must have been bad, Joe, if you've had no cake.
So sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Susan Molly says, just love your banter. Yeah. You've got to have a bit of fun, haven't you?
You've got it, yeah.
Yeah.
Been enjoying listening to lots of great poetry on Instagram lives.
Ah.
Nice.
What's the saying? You're a poet and you don't know it? No.
That's the saying. I thought it was just like a rhyming thing.
But is it? But do you know? I only recently, not recently, last few years, I suppose, realised that poetry doesn't have to rhyme.
It doesn't, no.
Those teachers of mine. What did they know?
Hello, Tasha.
Good evening.
You just froze. Yeah, I just think it's a general internet problem everywhere. A few of the creators that I watch have the same issues doing lives as well, Susan.
Yeah. It is what it is, isn't it?
I've been writing poetry for a couple of years. Wow.
That's interesting, isn't it?
It's nice to be creative, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I was just thinking, yeah. No.
No,
Isn't
we
it?
all do express it differently, don't we?
It's beautiful art, wonderful outlet, writing poetry. We just went again.
We did. I think we flashed then.
No, we didn't. It's beautiful art, yeah. You're creative in certain ways, though, aren't you?
Yeah.
Do you want to elaborate?
No. Well, I am, yeah. Well, I mean, like, more arty, though, aren't I?
Yeah. Yeah, so what's going on then? What are we doing?
I don't know.
Are we having a chat? Are we having
I don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, I do like the chats though, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah. But, you know, we could at least start with more of a chatty thing, as we normally do, and
Yeah,
if we feel prompted to do a reading, we'll do that as well.
yeah.
I mean, it was quite a nice balance last show, wasn't it?
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Of
Yeah.
doing, Susan said we're flashing. Lucky you. Me too.
What's on your mind? What's on your mind? Led
Yeah.
by the intuition side of things, which is interesting. I've done it again.
I know. It says nothing to do about it.
No, I'm not saying.
It's just... If I did an internet test on here, it will say it's...
It says there
excellent.
you've already got
Yeah.
4 bars.
I know, yeah, that's what I mean. It's,
Mm.
I am slightly confused why the batteries...
Is it plugged in?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm wondering now if it is, because I might have plugged it.
Unplugged it. Let me have a look. Bear with me, folks.
Because I plugged a different thing in and I think I didn't plug it back in.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, sorry. Can't concentrate lately.
Say that again, I can't concentrate.
You can't hear either.
How's that?
Yeah, it said it's plugged in now.
That's what I just did.
Well, like in that time we were sat here, like it lost 5%, and I was like, I don't understand that because. Joe says been doing a lot today.
Doing a lot today. Have you? What have you been doing?
Susan Molly says, need to know if someone will be okay. No, we've frozen down there. The internet keeps going. I know, yeah, because we're still frozen on there, so.
Can you hear us though? Even though the internet's picture's gone?
I don't think they will be able to, if I'm being honest.
Yes.
So, yeah, Vivi's just saying, yeah, it seems to be YouTube, but. Oh no, yeah, Vivi, say yes, I can hear you.
Okay, that's okay.
Okay.
As long as you can hear us, could everyone say yes, you can hear us?
Well, it's going to be a bit. No, not when you freeze. I wonder if I try refreshing the screen. Folks, but I am just going to try and refresh it and see what happens. Worst comes to worst, we'll just have to restart the.
What are you doing now?
I don't even know I did that. Right, let's try refresh it, see. Yeah, that's fine. Just
Does that work?
maybe. Yeah,
Yeah.
it will on. Back on. Oh, sorry, forgot to bring the comments back up. Okay, we'll try this. See what happens. Yeah, we can hear you both. Yes. Kim, hi, my sweets. Been having a really rough time. My partner's. My partner's husband passed away 2 weeks ago. I think it's meant to be secondary cancer. And yesterday, my step son, I'm gonna guess, passed, age 32. Having a really bad time. I can hear you. I'm so sorry, Kim.
Yeah.
That sounds dreadful.
We do get put through it, don't we? You know, when you think about, you know, situations like what Kim's in.
Yeah.
I mean, first I'd like to ask, how are you?
Yeah.
Kim? You know, are you coping? Because that's got to be hard, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's just really slow, isn't it?
Kim's on Facebook though, so
okay.
It will be a bit slower.
Yeah.
She said she's not
She's
good.
not good, no. And I suppose what's really difficult is, you know, is knowing, like, from my perspective, you know, looking at this, it's almost a little bit like we're the ones left behind, you know, and as unfortunate and horrible as it is to lose somebody in your life, she's just lost two people. I think that's what she's trying to say.
Yeah.
And on that instance alone, you know, it must be really, really difficult. But I suppose I want to err on the side of caution, as in, like, don't go down a rabbit hole. Does that make sense? In that, I don't know why I'm saying that. It's just what I'm feeling into your energies, Kim, if that's okay, if you don't mind me to do that. But there is a sense of understanding that everyone's got a time, you know, and we might not agree with when that time is up, you know. But it's important to remember that it's individual, and trying to find solace in someone losing their life, passing away, etc., is really, really difficult. So don't try not to be too hard on yourself in the moment of grief, because yeah, grief can do strange and weird and wonderful things to ourselves, you know. But try and have that support mechanism around you if you've got one. I don't know if you have, or because not everybody has, do they?
They don't. No,
and it's difficult. For instance, if you are on your own, and there isn't a large support network going on around you, you know, which is partly why we do what we do on here, to try and help give those that are struggling some sort of outlet to talk, to discuss, to let them know that they're heard from their own situation. I'll leave her to respond, but Haley McCook, hello, welcome, thank you for joining us. Would really like to know if the person will be okay. As we were saying about, you know, the individual's person's time, etc. All we can do is show up and be the persons we need to be in each and everyone's life, you know, and we shouldn't really measure whether or not, you know, a situation is going to be okay in terms of, like, it feels like you're kind of after a definitive answer on something, and I don't feel that that's right to say, you know. I have my own personal thoughts on this, and I'm not going to divulge them on here, but what I want to sort of say to you really, Susan, is try and have that support mechanism set up in place around you. That's really important. I should say, yes, I understand, but my stepson was so young and not ill. But that's the point. We're putting limitations on when we're supposed to go. Again, you know, like as you've just said, because your stepson was so young, but in essence that was his time. You know, and who are we to argue or judge when that person's time is up, because it's chosen, you know. What do you think?
I agree with you. That is my belief as well, that before we decide to have a life down here on this planet, that we've chosen when we're going to go, how we're going to go. And I suppose being down here and being covered with a veil, that we then kind of lose that understanding as we're going about our lives, that is something that we have chosen. It does make it incredibly difficult, people to try and understand, and I'm sure most people that have left, you know, that's lost somebody of a younger age or felt they've gone too soon would feel that way quite naturally. It's quite natural to feel that way.
Yeah, because it's the emotions attached to it, isn't it?
But I do think we kind of have to remember that is what that person has chosen. Do you feel better for that?
No, it caught my leg.
Oh, yeah, his wires are really sharp, aren't they?
You did.
I haven't.
It's definitely chosen. Yeah. Oh, hi from Australia.
Hi,
oh no,
Mel.
Tasmania, Australia. Hi Mel. Thank you for your understanding. Help. Yeah, I know that it doesn't help, does it? Really, by what we're saying. What does help is having someone around you, because having support to get you through situations is more valuable in that essence. Before we even go down the route of self-awareness and what's the word? Being able to be withstanding any situations that occur to us by standing through it alone is really hard, and not everybody can do that. Hence why we need support sometimes. I have a cousin who's gone to hospital. I'm keeping everything crossed. Yeah. Is this because you're waiting on an answer on something? Like, are they having tests or something, Susan? Mel says, I am 45 and lost my mum, who was my best friend 5 years ago. 3 months ago, my dad passed away. Any messages for me? And are they watching over me? Thank you. Well, one thing that we probably would say to you, Mel, straight away is, yes, your family are always around you. Always. Just because we don't see them in the physical sense, it doesn't mean to say that they're not around us. Because don't forget, they have lost their physical bodies now, and they have released themselves from this physical plane of existence. But their love, their support, their energy, their souls,
Their connection to you.
Connection to you is always around you. You know? As kind of I always look like this. We have a mourning when someone passes away here. Over there, it's like a celebration. It's like a rebirth. It's like they've come home. It's like they've been on a little trip and now they've come home. And that's the bit that we as humans, souls living in human bodies, if you want to call it that, with the limitations that we give ourselves, struggle to have a concept of understanding about. And that is difficult, you know. I think what's important is to remember that your family, your loved ones who do pass over, are always around, because they come from that place of unconditional love, and therefore supporting you isn't a choice like, oh, I want to choose to wear this top today, or I choose to go in this direction. It comes from a deep, deep sense of unconditional love, where that is all the light that they are, pure love. And the more we draw in that energy, and the more we draw in their light to support us and be around us, the upliftment we get when we get acknowledgement that they are around us is immense. But then when that recognition of understanding that they are around us all the time, and we then kind of come back into our own senses again a little bit, it gets dim, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And therefore we don't feel that impact as much as we would like it to have. But nonetheless, we have to remind ourselves that they're always around us.
Can I just give
Absolutely,
a little example of that?
Yeah, please.
So, I lost my dad back in August, and I forgot to tell you this earlier, actually. I meant to tell you. The other evening, me and my mum were having a conversation about my dad, and we were talking about how he ended up having a little addiction to the game Solitaire. And literally yesterday evening, I was doing like most people do, I was having a bit of a doom scroll on YouTube, and there's a young man on there that does kind of like music video reactions, and he was reacting, now get this, to the song A Day in a Life by the Beatles. My dad was a massive, massive Beatles fan, and we actually had that song at his funeral. Wow. So I decided to listen to it for that reason, and to see this young man and to see what he thought of it. and I don't even know like how it was brought up with him talking to the camera, but he suddenly was saying about when he used to play the game solitaire, and I instantly went, "Thanks, Dad," because I knew that was like a little sign from my dad for Beatles, that particular song, and for that young man bringing up the game solitaire.
Right, yeah.
And it's those little subtleties, those little messages, that it's their calling card just to let us know they're around. And so often we miss them.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we miss the signs that's what they're doing. They're trying to tell us in their way, the only way that they can. For most people, it's the only way they can communicate is through a song randomly coming on the radio, or seeing a book that you used to love, or hearing somebody talking about a film that they loved in a conversation. There's so many ways that they try and let us know that they are around us.
It's incredibly powerful,
Yeah.
isn't it? To have that understanding and knowing that your dad is around you, giving those little nudges to say, hey, I'm still around.
Yeah.
This is my little calling card, What does that say? Mel says, I still haven't dealt with losing mum. It's too painful. Yeah, because the bond of love does never go. So it's understandably painful when, you lose someone so close, i.e. your mum. And now we're talking about losing your father as well, and how he's passed. And I suspect you're feeling quite alone in the world right now because of that, But you have to kind of flip it around and try and be a little bit more positive about it, in the sense that, yes, they've spent their time and done their journey and gone home, but however, they are still around us, and they will give little clues, little signs, little snippets of conversations that you might hear, almost like little breadcrumbs to sort of say, think about this in a different way. We're urging you to think about it in a different way, so that you can then therefore put one and two together and kind of go, oh, okay, that's how my dad used to do this, or my mum used to have, I don't know, she might have been particular about how she did washing, or how she did certain tasks around the house, and then you inadvertently find yourself doing the same thing, and you think, well, that's not how I normally do stuff. It's the influence that they have on us subconsciously that transfers to the conscious mind, and then therefore we're doing something that we don't normally do out of the ordinary, And Susan Miller says she's going to see her cousin tomorrow in hospital. Yeah, losing a loved one is very hard. Hopefully seeing my cousin tomorrow is in hospital. Yeah. We can only say we hope everything is okay as well. I always say trust and believe, BB. Yeah. Absolutely, I agree. I've had so many signs from my son. Yeah, it's to the point where it is unmissable and undeniable that you can't then go, well, that's got to be, I don't know, what's the word, fake or something, where you can't deny it. You have to put logical mind into that concept and say, hang on a minute, that equals that was something that is connected to, a loved one. So I think it's highly possible that they are around you, Mel. I do feel that Mum was with me, but I'm at the stage where I can't listen to songs, or if a memory comes to me of Mum, which is all the time, I push it away or turn the song down because it hurts so much. So if I was to say to you, Mel, you're withholding your own love back and your mum's love because you're finding it too much from an emotional stance point of view, what you're actually doing is creating a boundary or a wall where you're now kind of, if this was an opportunity to talk to your mum or your dad, you've put your barriers up. And I would urge you to say, no, drop those barriers, play those songs that hurt you to the core, because you've got to get to the peak of your grief to get over it. And you're only going so far and then stopping because the pain is really bad. And everyone's pain and grief is different, obviously, but unless you're prepared to push yourself through that grief, to challenge yourself to say, well, I don't care if this song is going to make me emotionally upset for the whole day. I need to listen to it, because what it does is it brings my mum close to me, and in essence it's helping me heal through the grief. I hope that sounds logical in that sense. And now I'm in tears. Well, don't be upset for doing something that you thought was right. This is just our view, our opinion, and as we always say on here, it's just, you have the choice to choose to listen to what we say or don't. It's entirely your choice. But our advice would be is to let as much as that love into you, because we're not asking you to rush your grief. We're allowing it to come in to the point where you can get over the physical emotions of what that grief is, and then get to the point where you'll be able to play those songs with such love, such gratitude because your mum loved that song, and then therefore you will sit back at one point coming in your life where you will rejoice to wait to hear that song again, because as soon as you hear it, that energy, that love that you get from it is actually a reference to your mum, and her love will come in stronger as well. So I don't mean to upset you, I'm sure you don't either, but we have to allow the physical to get over the shock of someone passing. And if you've been holding this back for 5 years, you've been holding it back a long time.
No, it's talking about her that brings tears.
Yeah. It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can I ask you, Mal? Don't tie this to your mum, but if I said to you an M sounding name to your mum, would that sort of make any connections to her? Like, did she have a middle name? Was it a first name? Or can you take a separate M sounding? It might be your daddy. He might be an M sounding name. I don't know where she's gone.
No.
Oh, she's probably writing something down. M, me or my sister Michelle. It could be, I don't think it's you because we're talking to you, so it's a connection to you. So if it's your sibling Michelle, then fair enough. So just a little bit of something that I've been given. So I just want to pass this over to you while you're sat in there, because this is where the connection is coming in now. I've got a reference to you, so I feel that someone would have called you, and I feel this is father, so I feel that dad is saying my little girl, so I feel he's talking about you, he's calling you his little girl. But I don't know if you would understand the connection to Jaspers or Jesters, and I feel that's either a name of something or actually is jesting something. So when you jest something, it's almost a bit of a joke, but the name itself might mean something to you separately as well. He kind of gave me the indication 97%, and I don't know what that means, 97%, but he talks about value for money, so you need to be thinking about along those lines, okay? The next part was feeling like you're reaching out for the things that you want and you're not sure how to go for them. And you've been holding this on for too long, he says, too long. Which I think he's talking to in terms of reference to the upsetment, as we've just been discussing. He's kind of insinuating that you've been holding this on for too long now and it's time for you to let go. Because, again, he understands it's part of the healing process now. See, you talk about your dad sort of, or you said he was only over there for three, is it 3 months ago you said your dad?
3 months, I think she said.
I feel he's kind of learnt an awful lot while he's been over there, while he's been back home, and he's kind of thinking, okay, I'm equipped now, I need to come forward and I need to talk to you, and I need to get this message over to you. So I'm hoping you can understand part of this or some of it. It's a joke he called me his little girl. There you go, so there's the jester bit. So he wants to have laughter, so even though you're upset with having the conversation, you can understand him saying to you, as in, call you as a little girl, but it's a joke, and for all intents and purposes, I'm only assuming here, but you are a fully grown adult, you know, and yet even still at that point, whether it would be 5 months ago, 6 months ago, whenever he was still here, he'd be telling you to precisely that. It's almost like giving you a bit of a showdown and sort of saying, oh, come on, it's been 5 years. You've got to move on and have fun with it, because he knows it from a different stance. He's coming forward from a different point of view, sort of saying he can see why you're upset, but he's also saying life is not to be spent being upset about. If I can have some fun and laughter with you, then I'm going to. You know, I don't know what a roller coaster ride means to you or him, but he's talking about roller coaster. So whether that's, for me, roller coaster is either the emotions of roller coasting up and down, or actually a roller coaster where you go on a theme park and have a roller coaster. But I'm not sure which way you would take that. But he is talking about the roller coaster. Okay? So it might be something that he's been on. It could be something that he's been and experienced. But, you know, I think he's quite astute as well, because he's talking about value for money. So I don't know whether or not, you know, when he's looking at, he's pointed out here 97% get value for your money. That's something for you to think about, what that represents. I don't know, is it something that you've been looking at recently? Is finances you know, have you been going over your finances and that sort of stuff? Roller coaster. Oh, his car. He's happy because he's back with mum. No, he's happy because that's the sort of person he is, in the sense like he's trying to inspire you to be happy. You know, yes, absolutely, he is back with your mum, but he's also like, I'm coming here with this bubbly energy, like this is how the person I was once. And that you might not recognise that, because, let's be honest, sometimes parents hold that back of who they truly are. But he's saying, in essence, I am quite a happy chappy sort of person. But he's talking about his car, so I don't know if he had a car or you've still got his car, but he's talking about a car, and I do feel it might be in a bit of an older car. So maybe you've still got his car, or I feel he's talking about his car. He's making a joke about his car. So I don't know. It's just Facebook's so slow to respond, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
That's an interesting one, isn't it? Have you ever heard of the saying, mind your beeswax?
Do you know, it's funny because my nose was really itchy and I so wanted to do that. But it reminded me of one of my guides used to do that to me when I used to ask him questions, and they would tickle my nose, so I'd do that, as in mind your own.
Mind your own.
Yeah.
And I think he's almost implying, you know, the best thing to be in life, if that's any sort of guidance from Dad, would be to say, keep your nose out of other people's business because it doesn't belong there. Keep your nose in your own business because that's where your focus should be, in your own business. I don't think he would tolerate people who would be gossiping and, you know, putting their nose into situations or places where it doesn't belong. And I feel that that's kind of another thing that he would have said or been like, say, oh, hey, keep your nose out, it doesn't belong, you know. I kind of do. I get the feeling that he's almost in a bit of awe about the fact that
he's talking about an old car we had. There was just a joke because it wouldn't make it up the big hill.
So there you go. So you want, we're talking about giving you evidence about are our family loved ones still around us, and he's bringing in information that is relevant to you that only you would know, you can make sense of this, but also be understanding about mind your beeswax. So either that was a saying he said or something that implies keep your nose clean out of other people's business. So if you've not been doing that, fair enough, but if you know someone who has been sticking their nose in someone else's business, his response would be keep your nose out of it. It doesn't belong, you don't belong interfering with in terms of that. I think he's quite a straight-laced sort of chap, He used to often say, I don't know, it's none of my business. And there you go. He probably did know, but he wasn't going to give you an opinion on it, because again, that value still sits with him. Keep your nose clean out of other people's business, which basically means you won't have to worry about what anyone else is going on in the world. You just focus on you and your life, which is what we're supposed to be doing. We don't want to get caught up in all the drama of everybody else's life. He's just kind of like, keep your nose clean and stay in your own lane, if that makes sense, to kind of do your own thing in life. I kind of like him. Yeah. I kind of like his straight talking, but he's got a bit of a jovialness about him. He's almost a bit like, I could sit and have a laugh with him. But if he said something like, well, keep your nose clean, you kind of sit up and go, yeah all right then, because you know he's being serious. So this is going to throw you a curveball right now, Mel. Am I right in saying, or am I wrong in saying, because obviously you've spoken about your sister, I can't remember, Michelle, and yourself. Was it just the two of you siblings, but are you aware of a sibling that either passed or didn't make full term in terms of pregnancy when your mum and dad were obviously trying for a family? Because I do feel that there's a young boy around as well, because he's talking about I'm with the young boy. Maybe you can understand that. Like, I can feel this younger energy coming in. And he's with dad. It's like the young boy's there first, obviously, but the dad's energy is so much stronger. Your dad's now kind of being allowed to kind of overtake him a little bit and take on that ownership of looking after him. That's how it's coming across. Is it an R sounding name? Roger? Robin? I don't know. But that's where we're at with it. Interesting though, isn't it? Let's sit and wait now. Do you have anything to say?
Well, I do, but I think it's for everybody as opposed to just Mal.
Yeah, sure.
And it's really just to say, like, to put, like, flip the scenario. So you're the loved one that's passed and you're looking down at your loved one that is still here.
Yeah.
And you're witnessing them in pain and suffering because you've gone.
Yeah.
And while you're sat here and now, how would that make you feel knowing that that was causing your loved ones so much pain?
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't want it, would you?
Well, I'd like to think everybody sat listening would go, oh my gosh, no, I absolutely would not. Yes, have a cry, grief, mourn, that's perfectly normal. But I would, me personally, I would not for one moment want to think that any of my loved ones that I'd left behind would be suffering for months and months and years on end once I've gone. I agree. I think actually once we've got over a grieving period, and yes, it will be different for everybody, that we should be then celebrating that life.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I know there are cultures in the world that actually do that from the moment they pass.
From the moment they pass.
Far from mourning, they
actually
absolutely celebrate it.
Yeah. She says, we have a younger brother and he's still alive. I believe that mum did lose a baby after she had my sister before having me. Mm-hmm. Yes.
And they are.
And they are, I presume that Ralph is the brother that's still here now. Okay, well, do you need any more convincing that your family and your family members are around you? If that doesn't make you feel uplifted and felt loved and cared for, I don't know what is. Because I don't think there's anything in the world that can change that concept of knowing rather than thinking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is this something that can be, or is it actually, no, this is something that can be? Yeah. And that switches your frame, your mind frame, to hopefully be able to, like you've just said, shift the kind of feeling of I'm in grief to I now need to understand what grief is and kind of move through it, like you said, the mourning, the grieving, and then the healing from it, and then being able to rejoice in the fact that they were your family. It's his nickname that he has had since he was really little. His real name is Adam.
Oh, wow.
Well, how on earth would I have known that? Because, well, I don't know. I hope you are feeling a little bit more, wow, there's more to this life than what our eyes physically see. That's pretty mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because he came through with the R sounding name, and not Adam. Mm-hmm. So he called him by what he was, not who he is.
Yeah.
Wow. See, your dad's got a weird sense of humour, but I kind of like it. But he knows. That's the intelligence, I think, of spirit.
Yeah, that's what I love about working with them.
Yeah.
It's just that there is so much intelligence behind it.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's just blown my mind, I think, a little bit, actually. Wow. Are you all still with us, by the way?
Yeah. Well, I suppose most people do go quiet when we're reading somebody else.
I know, but it's just nice to check in with them all, make sure they're still with us. That's pretty special, isn't it? Wow. Where are we going now?
I don't know.
You're welcome, Mel. I think we kind of helped a little bit there, don't you?
Yeah. Jo says she's still listening.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jo.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty shocked at that. Shocked and in awe, really, because that's just lovely, isn't it? To know that they work.
I think that's the amazing thing about it, is that they never cease to amaze us. Like they always seem to have some sort of ability to kind of shock or inspire.
And heal. I think that's the ultimate sort of thing here, is wanting, you to be in a place now where that you can heal yourself from their passing, Do you think that tarot cards are good? Yeah, of course they are. But just remember, they're just a tool.
Yeah.
It's no different from, tarot cards, oracle cards, or rune stones, or whatever it is that you're using. They're just a tool. We're psychic mediums, so we connect in a different level, but we do use cards if we need to, or if we're inspired to, don't we?
Yeah.
So...
I used to hide behind mine all the time.
Yeah.
I wasn't confident in my mediumship ability, so I used to hide. But now I just, like...
Yeah, you just connect.
Just sometimes if you're tired or, not having a great day, then, we do get them out, don't we?
Yeah.
It just helps, I think.
I think that's the key to understanding it, is that they're just tools to use.
Yeah.
Once you kind of get your head around that, it's just like a plumber using a spanner. Yeah. It's just tools.
Yeah.
Not that we're spanners.
I hope not. Or tools.
That was a rubbish analogy.
It really was, Lee. It's not your finest moment there. We're not tools.
But I like the fact that they make us laugh with what they give us. Because you can't have anything like you can't have a serious conversation really without them
No.
making it a little bit more jovial, you know. Is that something that you've got anyway, Mal? Do you use tarot cards?
I'd imagine so. She's asking about
Yeah.
them.
When Mum first passed away, I used them a lot, and I felt really connected to her. Yeah, if that's how you feel your mum's connecting to you. But I would urge you to raise that up a little bit now and say, well, you know, you use it as a connection, but it's just a tool. You know, there's nothing more greater or better than the individual. So use yourself, and like you say, if you're having a bit of a bad day or whatever, yes, reach out for your tarot cards or whatever. I don't feel a connection to the cards that I did though, so I don't do it anymore. So there's your answer. You just answered your own question, but I understand why you did it. You know, your connection to your mum is through your heart, your love. You don't need them, no. If we were to say to you, sit down, turn some soft music on, some relaxing meditation music or something like that, and sit and breathe in, you know, just that love energy around you, and start to focus on your mum, but really allow her to come in close to you, almost like you could feel her kind of touching your shoulder onto you, and you can sense her around her. What do you think she would say? What do you think the first thing that she would say to you is? You know? She would probably say or offer some sort of kindest word, wouldn't she? And say, you know, my sweetheart, my darling, you know, I must tell you, you must know that you are loved. First and foremost, because that's the energy that they come in on, the love energy.
Unconditional love.
Yeah. Then she might tell you to start, I don't know, doing the dishes or hoovering up, because that's mum, isn't they? They don't get away from that sort of stuff.
Oh, that's an interesting one, Susan.
Go on then.
She says, I have been watching videos on people using spirit box. Don't know what to make of them, question mark.
Same thing, it's a tool, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I kind of get, you know, there's big, it's same with the Spirit Talker apps and that, which I have on my phone. Me and Lee have experimented with it ourselves. I think it's just one of those, isn't it? That, like, we believe that spirit can manipulate energy, therefore they can manipulate things like radio waves, radio frequencies. I believe they are intelligent enough that they could use a spirit box to manipulate, to give a message, absolutely.
I think the problem is our technology isn't quite there yet.
No, and I think the other thing with, especially with some of these Spirit Talker apps, is that they are pre-programmed with words. And I do, listening to other people use them, I kind of do think it's in our nature to make things fit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whether we're looking at something, we're listening to something, I think it's just human nature to try and make sense of this world. And I think when they use these spirit app things and just a random word comes out, I think sometimes I hear people trying too hard to make it fit the scenario that they're in or that they're talking about. And then I do have my doubts, Susan.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. I get really sad though. I sat with my mum in tears just before she passed away. It was so sad. It was horrible having to know that my mum was sitting there breathing, not being able to help, knowing that she was the reason that I was broken. I think if you look at it in a maybe slightly different light, you were privileged enough to be there at her passing. And now a lot of people will understand this, but we also get chosen to be there at certain times when we pass. And the amount of stories and situations we hear from people who say, I sit with my parent or whoever, and you know, I've been sat there for 3 days straight, and I only nipped out to go and make a quick phone call, came back, and they'd passed in the seconds or the minutes it took me to make that phone call, because you weren't supposed to be there in that passing moment. You had the privilege, and it is a privilege.
It really is.
To be there, and we're not joking when we say that. It's a privilege to be able to sit there and experience the passing and support your mum through her progression from this life going back home. We dwell and we get upset emotionally because we are, now this is going to be hard to hear, we are conditioned to think a certain way. So therefore, in that moment of understanding, we can only give back from our own knowledge of what we already know, what we're preconditioned to understand how to react to situations. But you are capable of learning different ways and different ways to handle things. She had pancreatic cancer that happened all really quickly. She was broken as well. I felt so sad for her, my poor mum. Yeah, absolutely. There's no denying that that is, a really difficult passing. But I would say that if your mum was here right now, she would say, stop focusing on the passing, okay? Because it's clearly going round in your head and it's still quite fresh in your mind. And part of healing is allowing yourself to kind of lay that to rest a little bit and then start focusing on the parts of the life that you share together. Focus on the happy times.
Enjoying those
and rejoice in those memories that you experience together. And therefore, that will cement your strengthening bond even more. So it sounds contradictory to say stop focusing on something and focus on something else. But we are creatures of habit and we get pulled in emotionally to different situations and different people. So
it's so difficult.
It is.
Really
Yeah,
is.
absolutely.
I just, again, I was just thinking about the situation with my dad and you saying it being a privilege to be there when a loved one passes, because my family, we were in a similar boat. We were literally sat with my dad all day and it got to like 6 o'clock in the evening and the doctors were pretty certain he was going to kind of go through the weekend, and we were all exhausted by that point. And we were just like, should we just go home, get some rest, we'll come back up in the morning. And within 20 minutes of leaving, we had the phone call, he'd gone. And I agree, like in that moment, I felt guilty that we'd left. I think we all beat ourselves up about it. But I agree, actually, when I kind of took a moment and I do believe that we choose whether we want our loved ones with us or whether we don't. And I thought, you know what? There's so many thousands, millions of people out there that don't even have a chance to be with their loved one, even on that day, regardless of how long it's for. And I felt so lucky that we had the whole day, literally the whole day with him.
I agree completely. Yeah.
And I agree with Lee Mel. I think like you need to try and find a way of kind of turning how you see it and how you think about it around a little bit. Just just to ease yourself of that burden of the pain that you're still experiencing.
She says, I can't wait to go home. I would say you're going to have to, because you've got a life to live for and it isn't your time right now. So, it's one thing to say that. I would say to you, live your life to the fullest, like your parents did. Enjoy the life that you've been gifted to have, that you've been given by the Creator to enjoy and experience life on this plane of existence, because part of your life involved your mum and dad. The next phase of your life, it could be that you're going to be the parent to whoever, the family member support to whoever, the person that you now need to be in the next stage of your life. So I would say to you, yes, it's lovely to think, actually, I have a faith and an understanding that is when we pass, we go home, but I ain't in any rush to go there. I know I've got a life to live first before my time is up. I don't think I'll ever heal. I don't think... I think I hear what you're saying, okay, but the point is, with time, they say with time, healing becomes almost a little bit more manageable. And we never really get over it, but we learn to live with it.
Yes.
That's the difference.
Yes, it is the difference.
And what does Joe say? This happened to me with my mum, but my sister was with her. Yeah, so you can relate, Joe. And it is difficult, without a doubt. you know, we've all got individual experiences,
Yeah.
but they're all just as important
Yeah.
to each and every one of us.
Yeah. But just as important is giving yourself a chance to heal.
You need to give yourself that chance.
Yeah.
You can't carry those imaginary weights of guilt and whatever else that you felt through the loss of someone so close. You have to find a process that allows you to heal. And I would urge you to consider, you know, allowing yourself that time to heal, because it's really important. I think that's the most, you know, if anything that's to be said this evening about your parents stepping in and around you, this whole conversation, it feels like this evening has been around you, Mel, and what you need to hear and what you need to have from this conversation and help you through the period of time that you're, if I was to say, stuck in, and your parents want you to be free from that.
Yeah.
Then yeah, like you said, if your parents or, you know, if you were looking down on a loved one knowing that they were stuck in some sort of grief because you passed, they wouldn't want you like that.
Oh gosh, no, not for a second.
No. So I think it's important that once this video live is finished this evening, you go over this again and re-watch it and re-listen to what's being asked of you, and give yourself time to soak it up and understand it, because it is supposed to be helpful to you. I feel that that's important.
May I also
Absolutely.
add from a slightly different perspective that if you're really struggling to that extent, then there is other ways to get help through
Seek help.
counselling.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what counselling is for. It's for situations exactly like this.
It's also a very powerful tool to help us kind of move forward with our lives.
Yeah. So if you've not seeked that help yet through whatever thought processes that you've not allowed yourself to, you know, seek it. You know, it might be the little bit of the cake or the slice of cake that's missing from the whole picture that'll help you move on. My daughter's husband died at 34 suddenly, heart-related. My daughter didn't want to be here. She was heartbroken. You know, years on, she got married again and she's very happy now. Thank you for sharing that, Susan.
Yeah, thanks, Susan.
It's another fine point to example of how we need to move on in life. You know, we have a life and it's supposed to be lived. It isn't supposed to be put on pause because we've experienced a bereavement, a grief or something. You know, it's a phase of life that we have to get through, and then we have to try and find a way forward. But yeah, that's just, again, another proof, isn't it, that Susan's talking about.
I truly hope you can find a way forward now.
Yeah, without a doubt. Oh dear. Well, hello there. Any chance of a reading, please, if you can connect with me from spirit? Huh? If you can connect with me from spirit. Oh, I misread that.
I don't know. I don't know if I misread it or...
Well, hello there.
It's just...
Any chance of a reading, please?
worded in a...
If you can connect with me, okay. Oh, right, I'm with you. If you can connect with me and you want a message from spirit. Claire Smith. Don't know. You know what's going to happen in life. Don't think too far ahead. Take one day at a time. That's called living in the present.
Here and now.
Yeah.
That's all we've got. You have to make the most of every single moment. Yes, please, thank you. Here from England. Hope you all well.
Yeah. Yeah, not bad, thank you. Can you take the name Mitchum or the word Mitchum? Because I'm thinking two things. Is it Mitchum tyres?
Oh, do you know, I was literally thinking the
That's
same thing.
that's the
It's
thing, isn't it?
car
Yeah.
tires, isn't it?
Yeah,
Fiction.
and this is weird. So Claire, just work with us, and if you can't take it, just work with us, because what they do is they drop little bits, and we're trying to build a connection. We don't know you from Adam, but we're happy to try and work with you. However, the point is, so if the name Mitchell means anything to you, great, we'll work with that. But if you can understand, because if there is a connection to Mitchell or tyres, my next question to that would be, what's the connection to tyres? Have you got a flat tyre? Is there something going on around you? Someone a mechanic that works with tyres. Are there a tyre? Expand the thought process, and don't just sit there and go no, because that ain't gonna work. Where are we going? My what?
My husband, a lorry driver.
Oh, okay. But can you take the name?
They're very big tyres.
Yeah, they are big tyres, aren't they? Does the name mean anything? Or is it just the connection to tyres that you're thinking of? Wild Free Silver. Hey guys, hope you're well. Good evening, warm welcome to you. Tyres. Huh. What are you on?
Huh?
What's she on?
YouTube.
Should be
There
quicker.
shouldn't be too much of a delay.
Yeah.
It'll come up in a minute. She has responded.
Just can't read it down there, can I?
No, was the
Mitchell. Okay. Well, we'll work with tyres. Which is the connection to ex-husband. Did you say ex?
No, just my husband.
Oh, my...
No, that's kisses. Because she just, it was a typo there. She corrected herself, and it's just, she's just doing kisses after.
Okay. The thing is, even though that was just a little connection there, okay, I wanted to talk to you about there's this lovely little, and I hate to describe her this way, but she's not giving me a name at the minute. She's giving me something else, but there's a little old lady. That's the way I'm feeling, that she wants to be known to you. There's a little old lady around you. So I don't know where this sits in terms of, is it Nan, is it Mum? I don't know, but I suspect it could be Nan, because that's the energy that I'm picking up, kind of resonating towards more than Mother. However, so as we talk, keep responding and keep texting as much as you can on the comments section. But this lady, you know, it's an odd word, but you know, apothecary. What's the word? Is it like there's a link, like a flea market, you know, where people go and get like if I'm thrifty.
Yes.
You know, I want to go to somewhere and buy something that isn't going to cost me the world.
Yeah.
But I need to.
That's the word. I can't say it either. Herb shop.
Is it a herb shop?
I don't know if it is. I thought it was kind of. Like,
I thought it was like a little I can't even say it. Flea market type scenario. Anyway, the point is, I want to ask, where in your life would you understand this? Because I feel like I've got to watch my pennies around you, and I feel like I've got to watch what it is that I say around you, because there's almost a little bit of like fireness to you in your energies right now. So I don't know what's going on around you.
No, actually it does mean medical profession. He formulates and dispenses materia,
Herbs. Into the herbs.
And patients. Serving as a forerunner to
modern pharmacists.
Yeah.
Yeah, so would you understand this little old lady who may have been interested in, dare I say it, my nan always watch what she was spending. Yeah, good, but is that what you need to do? That's the thing. And do you know if your nan was a bit of a herbalist herself? Was she into her herbs, natural remedies, making up her own ointments and ailments to help certain situations around the physical body to get them through? It's like saying pharmacy. Thanks, Wild Free Silver. Appreciate that. That's what we just Googled and found out. Did you hear us?
Good old Google.
Good old Google.
I made a customer laugh earlier. They were after something. I said, hang on a minute, let me consult Professor Google. And it just started laughing.
See, I'm being shown not glasses, sunshades. So she's got sunshades. It's ever so strange seeing this little old lady with a pair of sunglasses on. But she's shown me sunglasses.
Oh yes, always
doing that.
She was old school.
So I've got sunglasses on, and I kind of feel like I'm a little bit blinkered because of them. Oh, I like this lady. She's quite clever. She's chucking your cards all over the place.
I know. I can't do like 15 cards. So.
If I was to kind of say to you a little bit, Claire, in your situations right now, in your life, what's going on around you, being blinkered is kind of not a great ideal thing to move forward with. But equally, we kind of do it to ourselves a little bit, and we can easily change that situation. Do you know how we change that situation? We take the blinkers off. We get a real view of the world in how it's supposed to be. Yes, she had glasses with problems with her eyes. Mm-hmm. Yes, but I kind of felt that. But these were dark glasses, like proper sunglasses. And I'm trying to ask her what it is that she wants you to know from what she's saying to you, to give you some idea about how to help you in your life, in your current situation. And I feel like she's saying to you, take your blinkers off, because we can all sit and go through life without having our blinkers on. But when life gets a little bit tough, we kind of put our blinkers on because we're trying to not look at certain situations or people, and we try and ignore it by not looking at it. And I think she wants to open your eyes a little bit. I'd almost suggest and say, if you're not into this type of work in your own little fashion, I'd be very, very surprised, because the pressure that I feel from her is she's like, I want you to go into this area. Maybe it's something that you've been studying or thinking about doing, or it's been in the back of your mind, you're not quite sure. You've always been told, oh, you've got a gift for this or you've got a gift for that. That's kind of how I'm feeling that this little old lady, because she won't give me a name, this little old lady, I'm not even sure if she originated from England actually, but she may have immigrated. I don't know, but there's definitely a twist in the family. Okay, in terms of whether she married someone who wasn't from here, or there's something going on. Anyway, she's not really interested in that. She's just like, I want you to know that the feelings and the thoughts that you've got about associated to this type of work, you can do. Subbed. Can't wait to see. What's sub mean?
Subscribed.
Oh.
We're not very up.
I thought you meant football. You subbed. We're off.
Sorry. Wild freak. What's that?
Yes, been told very spiritual. I've been told many times. Yeah, but you're not listening though, are you? That's the thing. And I feel like your little Nan's been kind of knocking on your door a little bit. And if you've been hearing noises at night and getting disturbances, and you could be sat on your own having a cup of tea and you're hearing certain things, or something crosses your eyesight and you think, what was that in the corner of my eye? You're ignoring the signs basically, and she's trying her best to get hold of you. But I would want you to go down, the feeling is I feel she wants you to go down the route that she went down with the herbs and the oils. So if that today's sort of industry would be something like aromatherapy, I suppose, where you're blending your own herbs and oils to have.
That was the card that came out for.
Yes,
if that doesn't say what you're just saying right now, I don't know what does.
Yeah.
Sorry, darling. So I got the Wild Woman card for you, which is
See, that's an easy answer. No, because I don't know how to deal with it all. Okay, no. So let's put this in a nutshell. You didn't know how to walk.
No.
But you started crawling. You started crawling and you started to be able to lift yourself up and walk. You started to mumble words and you started to be able to learn words and therefore speak. What you're saying is you don't know where to start right now. You don't know how to handle it. So my rebuttal to that is find someone that can help you and teach you what you need to know. Because it's like anything, this is a school of life, a school of learning. It's no good saying, well, I know I've been told I'm spiritual, I know I've got this, or I've been told that. And yes, you're right, it can be scary, but you are open to it. That's amazing.
Not in the sense that I think you're talking about though, Claire. I don't think it's scary as in I'm scared of what I'm going to see, what I'm going to hear. It's not that kind of scary.
No, no.
Being able to do the work on yourself that enables you to be open, that's the scary bit.
Yeah. But I feel like saying to you, put your own inhibitions to one side. If you truly want to step or dip your toe into this arena of working, you've got to start somewhere, and by doing that, you've got to start learning it. So it doesn't matter whether you go and get a book from online, start to read the history of mediumship or the understanding of healing, or starting the basics of aromatherapy. You are on there for a starting path, right? No, not that, just kind of the whole thing. Yeah. There's deeper fears associated to this. Maybe it's a pre-existing experience that is holding you back from, I don't know, maybe your nan freaked you out a little bit when you were young and you didn't quite know how to handle it. But your nan is kind of like your biggest supporter on the other side. I feel like she's pushing you and saying, yes, you can do this. Come on, left foot, right foot. We call it walking. Get moving.
So yeah, I need to find someone just to help and deal with it all.
And look, we would say with anyone who's starting out afresh in this area is find a decent teacher and learn from them. It's that simple, you know. So
that's the beauty of the internet.
Yeah, there's so many.
Media.
Yeah, there's so many.
There's so much at our fingertips now that we could discover it literally in a second.
Yeah, feel what is resonating within you. Okay, so if you've got a certain flair for a certain idea about wanting to go down a certain avenue, explore it.
Well, like we were talking to, who was saying about the tarot earlier, and we were saying
Mel.
it was just a tool. Like, even if you kind of come in gently with maybe getting some angel cards or oracle cards, you know.
Start with that and find out what your intuition's telling you.
Yeah.
You know. Oh, here we go. What's
Charlotte, take your time, Claire. I took a year break until I decided I really wanted to go down the spiritual path. I've also had message from my guides to get into medicine woman. I like the herbs and healing too.
Yeah.
It's a great place to start, actually, healing.
I started in healing.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, until I was told to carry on in a different direction.
Yeah, basically.
I was like, well, I'm happy where I am. And it kind of went, no, you're going over here.
You've done that bit now. You've got to go do something else.
Thank you so much for your time. Very nice people. Well, we try to help, you know. We have slightly run over, so.
Slightly?
Yes, we need to go.
We do. So sorry.
Thank you for your time, your energy, and your interaction this evening. We're back. No.
I'm so sorry, folks.
We'll let you know. We'll let you know when we're back. Just keep it. If you've subscribed and hit the like and all the rest of it, we'll let you know when we're back. But we won't be that long.
But it won't be Sunday, just because for our regulars that know what days we are normally here, it won't be Sunday. So.
I enjoy shamanic meditations. Yeah, there's all sorts to do.
Sounds good.
Yeah, there's all sorts to do. So with that, have a fantastic rest of your evening. We hope we've inspired you. We hope we've shed some light into your life and helped you on your way.
Yeah.
You know, we're here to help, and thank you for your time. Have a lovely rest of your evening.
Bye for now.